Before Ronald Ernest Paul held office for 12 terms as a congressman, he served as a surgeon for the U.S. Air Force and an OB/GYN for nearly 30 years. Some major points of his campaign for liberty are the elimination of income taxes and universal health care. He has been endorsed by several people throughout the years, including past President Ronald Reagan.
Conduct an in-studio interview with Ron Paul on his policies.
How about we take a look at that?
We're here in the studio with Ron Paul. How you doing, Ron?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Well, we've got a couple questions here about your views and your campaign.
Okay.
There's a lot of talk about how each candidate plans to cut government spending, but you actually said that you want to cut government spending from 5% above the national average to 3% below. How are you going to do that?
Well, my plan is, in my first year of my presidency, I would plan to cut $1 trillion from our deficit. I would cut in 5 federal departments. I'd cut from the Department of Education, the Department of Energy, the Department of Commerce, the Department of Housing, and the Department of Urban Development. Basically, these departments our government spends too much in, and we essentially don't need them.
Okay. You're trying to cut government spending, so you also said that you want to empower those who homeschool their children by supporting them with federal aid. But shouldn't we be saving that money?
Well, what I would do is I do favor homeschooling because, you know, we can give the people tax credits, which is essentially the taxes that they pay. We can give them right back to them in order for them to homeschool their children. So it really wouldn't be federal aid. It would really be the money that they gave.
Okay, over to you, Chris.
Very interesting, Ronald. You are, in fact, the only Republican candidate to support the legalization of marijuana.
Yes, I am.
And that definitely has caused some controversy over the past month. So, what influenced you to take this stance?
Well, I was a physician for 30 years, and we spend too much money keeping those that are charged with possession of marijuana. We spend too much of our tax dollars to keeping them in prison. Basically, the drug war that we have going on is a complete fail, and all it's resulting is in making those drug lords, the ones in charge of the whole regime, making them richer. So I would be for the legalization of medical marijuana, of course, because, you know, if it helps, why not give it to them? Plus, it's a good way for us not to have to keep all those in jail for possession of medical marijuana and paying more tax dollars.
Well, we'd just like to thank you very much for joining us today, Ron.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, hope your campaign goes well.
Thank you very much.
Luck.
Thank you.
Golly gee, that was swell.
It was quite top-notch. He's such
Hello,
a nice
we're
guy.
here with Ron Paul and Rick Perry, who have a statement that they want to say in order to clear up false rumors about the election simulation.
The FEC is the court system in the election simulation, and they're responsible to do 3 things. 1 is to audit the finances of the candidates and special interest groups. 2 is to check the advertisements to make sure they're paid for. And 3, oh man, what was the 3rd thing they do?
To investigate any complaints brought to them.
Oh, that's right. Investigate any complaints brought to them by the candidates or special interest groups.
We candidates, Ron Paul and Rick Perry, raised a complaint regarding Michelle Bachmann's campaign and brought it to the attention of the FEC. But once the FEC receives a complaint, the candidates have no further involvement in the investigation.
Complaints are by no means lawsuits, and candidates can't even sue one another. You know, so the FEC decides if a fine is in order, and if they do decide one is necessary, that how much that fine will be.
So Rick Perry and I do not seek any financial gain by this action. We only want the rules to be respected and for all the candidates to run honest campaigns. Thank you very much. Vote Ron Paul.
Don't let America fall. Vote Ron Paul. Thank you.